Hello loves, for today's video I'm showing you guys my new current favorite makeup look, and I'm also doing a Q&A style video because I've been getting tons of questions about my divorce. So I'm going to answer that, give you guys all the tea, and also I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got into modeling for Lazy Hustler and that whole ordeal and like how I prep for those photo shoots. But really, so many people have been chismosos on my Instagram DMs about my divorce, and I'm finally ready to talk about it, so let's get into it.
Okay, jumping straight into the skin, I'm doing the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I've been keeping this on my vanity to finish it up because for some reason mine, even if I close it right, sometimes it kind of like drips onto the side, and it actually exploded in my bag one time. I'm ready to be done with that product, honestly. I also self-tanned last night, going in with the e.l.f. Power Grip, because that is just part of the ritual for these photo shoots, is self-tanning, because especially for the ones where like you're actually gonna see my legs and my arms, the photos come out so much better. I look nicer, so it's something I like to do. I'm gonna go in with my self-tan shade and maybe a little bit of the lighter shade of the Maybelline Super Stay Skin Tint. This photographs so beautifully. I think that if I was going to like get married today, that's probably one of the things I would use. I'm just gonna let the base soak in a little bit. Oh, actually, I'm doing my eyes first because I'm so glad that happened. I'm gonna do my eyes first because I just think it is gonna look better. Got this little tape dispenser. My mom ordered it for me. So cute. I don't know how people do get ready with me's and manage to talk calmly through it, especially when they're like speeding to do their makeup. So if you guys catch a voiceover, it's because I started to panic and literally was just like, okay, I need to get it done. So the first thing I want to talk about is like my typical routine with one of these photo shoots, and generally like, especially like I've gotten to a point where I work pretty closely with the brand. Oh, I just got my brow stuff on my beauty sponge. I work pretty closely with the brand owner in like, she just kind of lets me have like creative freedom on like what she wants me to put together. Yesterday she sent me the like stuff I'm gonna be modeling and was like, this is what you're wearing, because I always ask her like, what do I need to bring? I love to be super prepared. That's on me. So and then I decided sometimes these photo shoots are like super curated with like a big group of girls, and sometimes like today it's just like a couple girls or myself, and it's just like, this is what we're wearing, like you can style it how you'd like. Because honestly what I'm doing is mostly like UGC content, which is user generated content. I quite literally need to be leaving in like 20 minutes, so we're on a roll. But yeah, so for this look yesterday, what I was doing was like also like kind of planning my outfit and coming up with some ideas, and like styling it the way that I would style it, because that's really what we're looking for here, is like, you know. And the reason that I say that it's like UGC content is because like I really do wear this like athleisure company all the time. I've kind of been with her and like been following her stuff since she made the brand in 2017. So I'm just like kind of an OG like subscriber of the brand, really. Like I've always really liked it, etc. Okay, I'm gonna do my like little smoked out situation. I'm doing a look that is not gonna like require a lot of like brain power from me. So I'm taking some bronzer and running it in the crease. But yeah, so, and I used to do modeling for her even when I lived like 2 hours away, and I'd have to like do a lot of like planning to be able to be a part of these shoots. But now I actually live in like the town over, and so I'm able to do it like on short notice, and she reaches out to me a lot more, which is super cool. And you know, it's just nice to be able to like be available to do the things you love. I have a hoot with it. I also did my hair, which I probably would have done anyway. I was kind of already planning on it, but like I styled my hair really nice. That's actually on my shorts if you want to go see how I styled my hair. It's like a new thing I'm doing with like a heated round brush, and I'm obsessed. I'm gonna use my Jaclyn, Hill, and Morphe Divine Neutrals. me and this palette, ride or die, I'm telling you guys. I love it so much. I'm gonna go with the shade Good Vibes, which is kind of just like a little bit of a darker version of that like shade I was just using. But yeah, so next up, I had gotten a question asking me about my divorce, because I really just kind of like bypassed that and was like, okay, we're just like not gonna talk about that. And I really didn't. Like, I started talking about it. I'm gonna mix the two lighter shades. I started talking about it a little bit more on like my Instagram. I would like post like random little things like haha divorcee something something, or like I'd repost a meme or something like that that's like, you know, relatable. But other than that, I've never like really fully addressed it, and I just don't really think it's like super necessary to address it, because it's kind of just like, first of all, like everyone has their like right to privacy, both me and my ex, but also just like we were married, so we were together for 7 years total. We met when we were 18, like straight into college. He was like one of the first people I met, and we hit it off. Like we really did have like such an instant connection, and we just hit it off. But we, you know, didn't, it's not that I say we didn't grow together. I think that, and I'm going to start taking some of these browns and just start building it in the outer corner. I'm really trying to create this wing to be like pretty straight, so I'm kind of closing my eye. Anyway, back to the story. We were like living in like a pretty like party, we were living in Athens, which is like kind of like a college town, party town. And you know, like I think the pandemic put a lot of stress on us. And then even after that, like they had like his family had like a bunch of personal stuff that was happening, and I think that took a toll on him. And also his work, he has a very stressful job, and you know, when you're not like emotionally regulating well and you lash out at the people around you, like those people like struggle to like be fully present with you. So I hope I'm like giving enough detail that you guys kind of like understand where I'm coming from. But I really do think that like I still talk to his like mom every now and then. I'm doing his sister's wedding makeup in June. Like I have no beef with that family, and it's really because like I just didn't like end those ties badly, you know? And so like him and his sister, or his sister and I like still catch up. Like there's a lot of love there, but I don't personally talk to my ex at all. He's dating somebody, I'm dating somebody. Those aren't perfectly even, but that we're just gonna ignore. Anyway, I like the way this came out, so that's the thing is, I'm gonna curl my lashes. I think I want to add like a touch of glitter in the inner corner. I'm going into the Colourpop Good as Gold palette. I'm just taking this like, Colourpop does really good like loose shimmers like this where they're just like lightly pigmented. So I'm just sprinkling that, just sprinkle that on the eye. I also did, that's another thing I did for the photo shoot last night. I didn't have my nails done, and I literally was like, we gotta press something on. So these are like Gel X, but they're like press-ons, like so the nail already comes like designed and everything. I just had to pop it on. My hair is done. I swear it's just like swooped up into this bun situation. But yeah, I think that's enough about that, honestly. But afterwards, while I was still living in Athens, I'm gonna go with the lighter shade, my lighter shade of the Maybelline Skin Tint. This is a buildable product, so I definitely like want to build it up, you know? Honestly, like it gets to a point where I feel like if you like have me on here and then you have me on Instagram, like Instagram is more like honestly my friends still, and so it's like I still just like post like real, you know, the real like I've literally had subscribers turn friend, but I literally, yeah, I share a little bit more of myself on there, especially on stories. I'm like so like casual with stories, I feel like sometimes. So I really wish this was not here today, like of all days, please, like why are you here haunting me? But anyway, I left that area of Georgia, so I left Athens. I had a lot of work opportunity there. I was actually like being recruited to work there. at the university, and I was like, I need to not be in a small town with my ex. So I skedaddled my little behind out of there. My boyfriend got a job like a few hours away, and like so we relocated to a completely different area, which is honestly super scary. Like picking your life up after like being married and then like also going and like following someone else to do something. Like nobody talks about how difficult it is, I feel like, to trust yourself and like trust your judgment after you've gone through something like that, because you're like, whoa, like this is not who I thought I was with, and then all of a sudden like you married up somebody and they're not who you thought you were. Like I know you guys saw that TikTok series, okay? For sure it was one of those like, okay, well like can I trust myself to like make good decisions and pick a good partner? When I moved to this new area, it was actually closer to where I do like the photo shoot stuff, and also just like I was getting so much opportunity here. I was also offered a job here at a local university, and so I have my MPA, Master's of Public Administration, so I work in the public sector. I work for a university. I really love this makeup look. It's always just so like beautiful and honestly so easy, and it looks like it took so much effort, and y'all saw that it did not. I just want to talk about the chokehold that the Huda Beauty powder has on me. It's so good. Whenever I do this like winged out look, I love to use these lashes from Kiss. They're in the style Jubilee. I'm telling you guys, when I find a lash I like, good luck getting me to put it down. I become like low-key obsessed. I love the way the under eyes look. I'm just kind of setting everything else lightly. I've been going in with my Airspun powder and carving out my cheeks with it. The chokehold this Dalba spray has on me, it's like no other. I'm obsessed. I haven't been obsessed with this, especially with the Dewy setting spray. Like, who is she? That is one product I will like always use on brides unless they like have terribly oily skin. It's such a good product. That's another thing that after this move I've been able to really dive back into my makeup, not only on YouTube and like content creation, but like doing makeup for people. I've been able to do that, which is something I really do love. So I have like a couple weddings booked and stuff like that. So
alright guys, that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed this and a little bit of a sneak peek into my life and the realities of stuff behind the scenes. But I wanted to share something that a friend of mine said recently to me, and basically she was like, I mentioned something about my ex-husband or like being married at one point, and she was like, oh my god, like I literally forget that you were ever married. Because I was like, oh, it's not a big deal, whatever. And she was like, no, I forget because you are so happy and you carry yourself so well and you are healing and you are so happy. And I just feel like people who go through divorce, and especially at such a young age, like it's really hard to come back from that. And I feel like you've done a really good job at it. And I've heard that so much after my divorce. Is just like, you're so happy and like it shows. And I just want to tell you guys that there's hope after, you know, loss and things that you didn't think would happen. So that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye guys. Mwah.